for weaving, we're actually going to have to cut into our paper. And the reason we have to cut into our paper is because we have to fold it right here in the center of this black box to create essentially a tiny little loom. A loom is something that you weave in and out of. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. So I'll just turn this around a little bit because obviously this has not had time to fully dry. Go ahead and cut on the dotted line where the paper instructs you to, and fold this line down to that line. You should be able to see right through the paper, so that's easy to line it up well, just like that. And while it's still folded, you want to cut into your paper only down to where you see the bottom line of the box, and I can see right through the paper that it's right there. So kind of hold it here. I'm just gonna make maybe 1, 2, 3, 4 cuts. Okay, try to make those cuts as even as you can, even in width and length. Then you open it back up. Okay, so you can see that I have some sort of slits in there. I'm going to try to fold it a little bit the opposite way just so it lays flat. Okay, I can turn it back around now. And then I'm going to need some paper strips. I'm just going to take a square here, cut out some strips. We don't need to make a large weaving, so I would say 3 or 4 strips would be fine. All right. So obviously we just want to, if you've done any paper weaving or any weaving at all, you know that it's like a pattern. You go over, under, and then the next strip you would do under, over. So if you start going over this one, the next one you're going to go under. So it might make more sense if you see it. So for this first one right here where I made a slit, I'm going to go over the black part, and it's going to go right into the cut that I made in the paper. Okay, so now it's over this one and it's going underneath the paper. I don't know if you can see underneath here, under this second one. And then I'm going to feed it over top the next one. So it's already a pattern. We've got white, black, white. So it goes over top this one, and we want to go under the next one. So feed it underneath. And it has to go over top. And that's as far as we can go on there. So it went over, under, over, under, over. You can put a little bit of glue down to hold your first strip in place. You also want to kind of pull it as far down as you can get it, just like that, so it's nice and snug in there. And then here comes the second paper strip. I went over top of this one, so I don't want to go over because then it's going to match that one. I want to go under first. So I'm going to go ahead and feed this one under it, then over the second one, then under the third one, and again over the next one, and under the last one, just like that. Okay, now I can kind of use my eraser to just pull this down nice and snug against my first paper strip. So you can see the pattern starting to form there. Okay, I'll do one more. I went under on my last one. I went underneath this one, so I'm going to go over top again, just like I did on the first one. So I'll go over top, underneath, over top, underneath. Just repeat the pattern. Missed that one. Underneath. There we go. And over top. And there's the third one. Just push it down. We could continue this, but I think this is enough to get the pattern going and you understand how to do the rest. So just glue down your loose ends on both the top and the loose ends here on the bottom so that these stay snug in place.